OK Sport. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Rizachet and Johnson. Carter out there with Daniels. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for San Antonio, Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Castle is out there with money. And it's Vassell in at the 3, the small forward. And Greg, this one-off championship game, how does that change the strategy for these coaches?
Kevin, I think you're going to see some tighter rotations. I think the Stars play a little more, maybe a curveball game plan-wise as well. But it is also great prep for the postseason.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. They swipe it. And here's the fast break. Here's Castle. Off target from outside. Here's Sohan. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance point.
Carter outside, trying to get open as Johnson. Walks for the new shot clock. A second chance effort. That shot, no good. Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the basket by Castle.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
So it's the Hawks now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Daniels with it. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery stand, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around, multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
And here's Carter after the three-pointer from Money. Carter, the pass to Daniels. The wide-open look here for Vucevic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Far from an ideal start, only 1 for 5. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the basket by Money.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Rizachet, covered by Vassell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Devin Vassell. And Rizachet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Here's Money. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Pass to Castle. Can't connect from short range.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now here is Carter, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Here's Money. Vassell, right side. Here's Money. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Walsh is checked in. And Keldon Johnson subbed in for Vassell.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, These are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Now, here's Johnson. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And they call over the back here, too much contact.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, you can get away with a little bump in the back, but as soon as you lean that much on him, you're going to get called for the foul.
Here's Chandler, and it's blocked. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Now the pass to Money. Pulls up. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And that's 11 points for Money.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Atlanta shooting their third and fourth three.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Rizichet. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here is Daniels. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Miami. This is to Johnson. Out to Chandler. Lets it go from deep. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
On the court for Atlanta, the front court is Rizichet and Johnson. Daniels out there with Chandler. And it's Moody in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Warriors was outstanding. He contributed 51 points, and he was tremendous in that game. That was a season high in points, too. Those were video game numbers he put up in that last game. Boy, it had the league abuzz. We'll see what he's got in store tonight. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
And the basket by Castle.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here's Daniels. Rebounded by Castle.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Inside, Money scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Moody, and it's denied. And they get it back. Chandler, the pass to Moody. Second shot opportunity. Here's Money. 13 points in the game. Pass to Hartenstein. Over to the wing. Beyond the arc. And that's good for 3 points. Nice shot for Money. Money's got 5 points in the quarter. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitate.
Chandler.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
And San Antonio calls the first time out of the game. And already we have a pretty significant lead on the scoreboard here in this NBA Cup championship game.
Well, you expect this kind of effort level with a prize on the line. They don't just want to win this cup. They want to win it emphatically, sending a message to the whole league that they are for real.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Hartenstein, and it's Vassell in for Simmons. Passes to Carter. Rebound, San Antonio. Walsh has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Castle misses. The Hawks trail by 15. Daniels kicks to Carter. To Rizichet, puts it up. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Rizachet. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on an 11-2 run. Here's Vassell, and he banks in the layup. Vassell's got 6.
And just attacking the paint. Vassell knows better than to hold back.
Atlanta has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look, he is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all 3 levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a 3-point shot.
Here's Money. Another one falls for San Antonio.
But what a half he's had. He has completely warped the shape of this game with his hot shooting.
1:16 left to play in the first half. Here's Carter. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Walsh. Walsh has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Castle. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Castle's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Atlanta. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option. Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. There's the pass to Daniels. Here's Vucevic, defended by Wembanyama. Vucevic dishes to Daniels. A rebound by the Spurs. They come in fresh off the win against the... So as we conclude the first half...
For the score, your Spurs 50, the Hawks 25.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Money out there with Castle. And it's Vassell in at the 3. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Wembanyama with the bucket.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Carter outside. With some arc. That one doesn't go.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
And the basket by Vassell.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
The all-time leader in NBA wins, of course, the great Spurs coach, Greg Popovich. So here is a guy who's a peer. What makes him so special, Stan?
Well, first of all, Greg Popovich is not a peer of mine, Kevin. I would never be that presumptuous. This guy is an absolute icon in the coaching world. I think from the outside, I think what makes him so special is he's never looked at himself that way. He's never rested on his laurels. He's a guy that's always evolving and trying to get better.
Love that assessment, but I do think
Goes to
Not in any way. Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Daniels up top. Back to Vucevic. Here he goes. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic, a force around the rim.
Here's Castle. And he uses the glass on the layup. Castle's got 8 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Carter outside. Takes it inside. And it goes down 2 points. Carter's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And now here comes Daniel, leading the break. And it's Carter missing.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Well, this NBA Cup final clearly hasn't been the game we had hoped for. It's been a lopsided affair.
Yeah, it's
substitution on the court.
Carter outside. It's tipped, and he recovers it. And Clowney can't get it to go. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And so in the game for the Hawks, the front court is Rizier and Johnson. Daniels out there with Carter. And it's Clowney in at the center position. Guys are looking for a spark here.
yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Carter. Money with the rebound.
Boy, you can see his struggles from the field, and I think it's really starting to get to him.
They retain possession. Washington, the 17-footer goes down.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Carter on the wing. Here's Clowney, covered by Johnson. No good on that one. The shot. Chance on the wing, no good from Money.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done. Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Johnson for 3, and again it's San Antonio with a 3.
You know, some guys who rely on their strength aren't great shooters. Johnson, though, is in a different category.
Rizier with it. No hands there.
Great find, leading his teammate right to the bucket.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. Pass to Hendricks. Here's Carter. Hendricks, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Spurs have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the 3rd. Pretty cold down the stretch.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Carter, the pass to Hendricks. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. He gets it in there. Carter's got 9 points here in the second half.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Money passes to Vassell. Here's Money. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
2 minutes.
Carter kicks to Daniels. Here's Clowney. San Antonio with the rebound. Money's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the basket by Vassell. 11 points for Devin Vassell.
Now, not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
Here is Daniels. 1:39 left in the 4th quarter. He dishes it to Carter. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Carter's got 7 points for the quarter.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for San Antonio.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And now, on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Money.
Yeah, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
To the middle. Hendricks can't get it to go. San Antonio with the ball. Money misses the 3. Carter against Vassell. Rizachet wide open. The 3-pointer no good. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now Daniels. Here's Carter. The Hawks again can't hit. Shoots the 3. And the basket by Money. Money's got 34 points.
And they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started